Hi, I'm Mike Maloney, and welcome to another CSRM podcast. Today's episode is hosted by Dr. Greg Linville.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Stoffer, and I am the Executive Director of CSRM, and I am joined today with Dr. Vicky and Dr. Viposa. And so maybe you have watched other videos where we've talked about some of the academic partnerships and continued education and training and resources that we have. But you're a part of some university, and maybe your interest has been piqued. And so maybe you want to know, okay, what can we do to partner with CSRM in this way? So I invited some experts over here. So Dr. Byler, as the person who oversees our academic partnership, our director in that area, what would you tell a university to do? And then also, what would you say, hey, this is what we're looking for also when it comes to a partnership?
Well, first of all, I think the programs of sport ministry, sport management in general is relatively new career field compared to some of the others. And so the resources, when you go to look to develop a class specifically in ministry, CSRM has a great a piece on their website where you can get the resources. But coming from a former university, as we developed classes and looked at what goes into a sport ministry program, what classes would students need to take. Maybe you're at a university right now and you'd like to start a new program, and it just seems daunting because there's so many hoops to jump through to get it accredited and get it approved by even just the university itself. And so we have professors who are on staff here that have developed programs both at the undergrad level and the grad level, and we are more than happy to be a resource for you, be a consultant for you, to kind of help you develop those courses. We have a variety of courses through the Agone Institute that you could just connect with us, and those courses could be adapted into your curriculum. Just a variety of ways to partner with you. And so if you're interested, reach out through the website and we're more than happy to connect with you.
I think it's an awesome opportunity because you probably have students who maybe are interested in this, or maybe can't even put words to it. They just feel a calling. They could be a sports person, they may not be, but they just know there's opportunity there and they want to know what's the next step. And so we would encourage you, reach out, and we'll love to get you connected. Dr. Viposa, it's not just for the American states, though. It's not just for our country, right? So there's an international opportunity here as well. And from your perspective, what does that look like, and how could that happen in terms of partnership?
So I've been into sports ministry for 14 years. And so in there's 14 years of my experience, what I see is, I think, there are hundreds of sports ministries across the globe happening with great methodologies, great strategies. But when I look at this CSRM, we have got some powerful resources that is on theological books. And if I were to take a South Asia perspective, you have a very limited resources. Throughout my theological studies, I have never seen a theological book on sports ministry. At the most, I have seen a devotional sports ministry book with some testimonies attached to that. But now, so that's the attraction, that this number one attraction that caught my attention to get part of this CSRM journey. And now you have a lot of theological books available. And so this is how I'm just excited, and this is important because strategies, methodologies can just get exhausted the next day. But once you get hold of this theology, the philosophy of this methodology can keep growing each day. So that's the thing, and I think once we get hold of these resources, whether you take the certification or not, just get hold of one of our resources, then you can really get to understand why you do what you do and how you will do it to impact the community for evangelism and discipleship.
Absolutely. So whether you are in Southeast Asia or here in Columbus, Ohio, like I am, or like we all are right now, no matter where you are in the world, there could be opportunity here. I want to kind of, as we get ready to close here, kind of open the door. You guys both mentioned resources. And so what are the CSRM resources, and how are they implemented and used within these programs?
One of the things I wanted to mention would be the AGON courses that we offer. They are offered online. We have students from around the world. Right now we're in the middle of a theology class that both of us are involved with, and it's really neat. On Mondays we meet for about 2 hours, and to hear the perspective of students from around the world as they join the call and as they're interacting together with the content. And so I'm in the U.S., but when I hear from a student who's from another part of the world and how they are putting that into their culture or their perspective, it just adds and enlightens that whole conversation there. So we have the AGON classes, we have certification on our website, we have all of the books that are part of our courses you can also get through the website. I know when I was teaching, I would go to CSRM's website and have those textbooks be part of our syllabi and our courses, so that students were getting that information. I agree with Dr. Viposa that there are a few resources out there outside of that really have that sport perspective.
Absolutely. Anything else to add? Any other resources that you would want to highlight here from CSRM?
I think one of the book that we can highlight is Christmanship, and we have one resources over here which is translated already. And I think we have some great theological books available with us, a series written by the CSRM AGON initiative. So yeah.
Is Christmanship your favorite book?
Yeah. That has a lot to that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're out of time, but hopefully if you are an academic institution and you're interested in partnering with us in some way, that you'll reach out to us. Check out our website, csrm.org. Click on certification, look for academic partnerships. Also, we've mentioned some resources. If you go to our online store, you'll see all of our books there. They're all listed. Some of the ones that were mentioned here, some others as well. And also some from friends of ours who we partner with in ministry. And we think that you're going to be blown away by the awesome opportunity. So reach out, again, csrm.org. Thank you so much for your time and for your interest. We hope that God blesses you no matter what you choose to do when it comes to students who are potentially interested in sports ministry. Thank you.
The CSRM podcast is a production of CSRM and their production house, Overwhelming Victory. Dr. Craig Linville is the executive producer, and Scott Stedman is the associate producer and editor. To learn more about CSRM, visit csrm.org. For more information about Overwhelming Victory, visit overwhelmingvictory.org. The CSRM podcast is the flagship member of the podcast network Overwhelming Victory Radio. For more information on Overwhelming Victory Radio, or to listen to our partner podcasts, visit overwhelmingvictory.org/OV Radio. For CSRM Podcasts, I'm Mike Maloney. Have a blessed day.